that one person who's just prone to accidents, and for my family, that's me. And it started in kindergarten when I got a dog bit my ankle. And I once broke my wrist by falling down 2 stairs. And then I had an experience in 7th grade that made me learn that you should follow the rules sometimes. We're in 7th grade. After lunch, we would have social time, which is where you'd go out to the football field and you'd like hang out and just walk around and stuff for like 10 or 20 minutes. And my friends and I were hanging out by the visitor bleachers, and so they're metal, and they were all crooked and messed up. And we were kind of bored, and then someone suggested that we should race on the bleachers. And so my friend Kristen and I decided that we would race, and I took one of the lower seats to run on, and then she was one higher than me. And someone told us to go, so we ran, and she was getting ahead of me, so I tried running faster, and then I seen that one of the next sets of bleachers that were coming up were like crooked, so it was farther apart at the bottom than it was at the top. And so I would have to jump, and I jumped too soon, and my knee hit the corner of the bleacher. And I don't remember it happening, but I guess I did a flip, and when I landed on bleachers, and 2 people came running from the other side of the football field because they seen what happened. And they asked if I was okay, and I said yeah. And then I untangled myself from the bleachers, and I noticed there was a hole in my jeans. And I didn't feel anything, but then when I looked in the hole, I seen that my knee was ripped open, and it was bleeding. And I told one of my friends, I think it was Nikki, that someone needed to go get a teacher because I was going to have to go to the nurse. And so she went and got the science teacher, and she was telling him that he needed to hurry and that I was really hurt, and he just thought it was like a little scratch or something. So he was walking really slow to get over there, and when he finally got over there, I showed him my knee, and he was like, oh yeah, she needs to go to the nurse now. And then he asked if I could walk, but I couldn't, and so I had to get carried to the nurse, and the nurse was right at the doors with a wheelchair for me, and we went to the nurse office where she called my mom, and she came and picked me up, and she took me to the Independence Hospital. And then when we got there, there were some doctors that asked me some questions and stuff like that about what happened, and then I had to sign something to say it wasn't the school's fault because it happened on school property. And they had to keep numbing it, my knee, so they could stitch it up, but I kept feeling it, like, so they had to keep doing it. And it took 1 stitch on the inside of my knee and then 5 on the outside. And then I didn't go to school, I think, for like the next day or so. And so that's how I learned that you should follow the rules when the teachers say, like, you shouldn't do something, and you can learn from that. Like, if your parents say you have a curfew at a certain time or that you shouldn't do something, then you probably shouldn't, because your parents and adults do know what's best most of the time. So, yeah.
Okay.